There is an explosive diarrhea parasite going national, and Taco Bell is under investigation for a possible connection to the outbreak. Now, the parasite is not exclusive to Taco Bell, but they have removed some ingredients from certain locations, including lettuce, which appears to be the main source for the outbreak. There have been over 2,600 cases in Michigan alone, and more than 80 people hospitalized nationwide.
Oh, I hear that from Taco Bell and I giggle because Taco Bell ain't need no damn parasite for their food to be causing explosive diarrhea with that fake ass meat. It's always been an issue with Taco Bell for years, but now on top of that, we have an incompetent administration who we've already seen gave us COVID way back the first time. Now we've got some new parasite that looks like it's spelled like Cyclops from the damn X-Men, and now Taco Bell done got it. And in this video, we'll talk about where that parasite is at, how you can avoid it. We've also got Ro Khanna, who went and got detained and is going to tell us a little bit about that. We've also got some musicians you might not have known back in the day was grooming young people. And I know that has mixed emotions because some people feel like in their mind it's okay because it was back in the day. But honestly, something that is right all the time. Something that was wrong has always been wrong. So we'll discuss that. We've also got my boy, Texas Paul. He's going to discuss Trump petty ass, Trump more petty than 50 Cent. And Trump is going to try to persuade America that the election in Georgia was stolen again, his petty ass. That and so much more. We get started. Lamont Tyson, Politics of Being Black. Let's go.
To feel so desperately that you're right, but to fail all the same. Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
What's up, everybody? You're in the building with y'all knowing, all loving, all feeling, all seeing, all powerful, all woke, all DEI, all equitable, just damn all everything sexy as hell host. And if I was going to come out of a closet, Lindsey Graham, I would have came out the fucking closet like I just did. It's just that the kind of closets I like to come out of aren't the type that you should have been coming out of. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel. Please be sure to share me with your friends. Please be sure anytime I post a short, go in the video description to see who the original content creator is so we can show them love. My channel is built to help give everybody exposure because it's rough as hell trying to grow on YouTube, which is probably the most fruitful platform to grow shorts on. And it's still one platform that allows most shorts to be played, whereas you can't put some stuff on fucking TikTok, but you can here. And I want to shout out everybody that has helped me grow to this point, ladies and gentlemen. I caught this on Mehdi Hassan. He's the number 5 top growing political YouTube channel in the US. Look who's number 8. Your boy, me, Lamont Tyson. Thank you all. Very grateful. Continue to send me messages in the email. Go join my Patreon. Go to shoplifegains.com if you want t-shirts, whatever. Support your boys. I continue to try to uplift others and continue this message of equality for everyone and debunking these stupid myths that have been put in place by Mighty Whitey to keep us divided. First thing we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to Ro Khanna. Ro Khanna got detained, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, he did. And he got a real firsthand look at what it's like for people that are being detained worldwide and in the United States by its own government. This interview comes to us from iHip News. Take a listen to this. It's pretty long. It's about 3 minutes. So settle on down, get your popcorn ready, but don't become a Dallas Cowboys fan. Take a listen to Ro Khanna.
You say Israeli settlers brandishing American-made M4s detained me and other Americans on my trip to Palestine. When the IDF arrived, they sided with the settlers and continued our detention. They made a huge mistake. You will be hearing more soon. I think that soon is now. Congressman, what happened?
We were at Zanuda village. It's a village that Yanan Levy, an extremist settler, and his group had destroyed, burnt to the ground. And we were looking at an elementary school that had been totally demolished. It is a place where other members of Congress actually had been 6 months ago, Congressman Caston, Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro. And while we're there and I was taking some photographs, suddenly I hear, Ro, get in the van. I thought we were late to our next engagement. I get into the van with 3 other Americans, some Palestinians, some Israelis, and we're surrounded by these vigilantes, 21, 22-year-olds, one with a M4, another with a weapon. They're circling our van. They had parked their car outside our van, so we couldn't leave. They are wiping our windows, laughing at us, videotaping us, and basically had us detained. And then when the IDF comes 20 minutes later, they further block us in. They allow these vigilantes to call other settlers who park cars to block us in. Our interpreter goes out to talk to the IDF because we're on the line with the American embassy and says, look, you've got American citizens there. There's a congressperson there. They said, we don't care. That doesn't matter to us. This is our land. And we are literally detained for 75 minutes. Thankfully, there's a career person, a number 2 person at the American embassy who calls Israel, and finally the police come and we're able to go. But it was a harrowing experience.
Did you fear for your life?
I did. I mean, look, I thought things would be fine, most likely, but these were young people. They were cursing if something went wrong, if we looked at them the wrong way. If we said something wrong, it could have escalated. I had Cam Caskey with me, who is a Parkland survivor, and he doesn't mind my sharing this. I mean, he was having a panic attack and has psychological scars from what happened. I mean, because of what happened at Parkland. But what I am hoping people will take away, I mean, I understand right now the conversation should be about the Americans detained and Netanyahu lying about it and not caring about it. But I'm hoping that this will actually get people to see what happens to Palestinians every day. Because if we were Palestinians and not American, that van would have been attacked. We would have probably been beaten or shot at. And we have taken a lot of videos of Palestinians. It was one of the first Palestinian-led tours in the occupation. And I'm hoping that the attention this incident has gotten will get attention for what we're going to talk about with those Palestinian voices.
So, folks, this is what I think about that. The life gain here is humanity, ladies and gentlemen. Those people over there detained him. They didn't give a F about his humanity. And I bet you Ro Khanna won't be taking no more trips overseas anytime soon while Trump is president. And that's my sentiment across anybody that's American of color. A lot of places don't want you around because they hate Trump. They've not really liked America because in their mind, the mascot for America is not the mascot that Republicans push is the single black female with 6 kids. The real villainous mascot of the world is people like Trump. A lot of people, when they think of America, they think of Trump. They don't think of someone bringing people together. They think of someone who wants to exert their force. They think of someone who's dumb trying to lead. They think of someone who just wants to swing their way out of every corner because they feel like they got the biggest stick to swing. And Ro Khanna just became a prisoner of that. And what I think we all need to be looking at is look at the parallel of how he goes there. Had he not been a congressman and had someone he could call at the embassy, we might not be seeing him no more. His name wouldn't be Ro, it'd be Ho. Ho be gone is what his name would be, ladies and gentlemen. But thankfully, he was able to come back, tell us the story, and it should give us a warning about what's going on right here in America. But the problem is we've got too many people who are stuck in the MAGA bubble and don't understand that that very same thing that happened to him over there is happening here in America. Another person just got killed by ICE in Maine. They protesting right now as I speak because somebody died. And it feels like there's not enough force to get anything done. But if we could get them same idiots that went on January the 6th acting like they just left the food court of a mall and then took their band to the Capitol, climbing all over the Capitol and shit, we could get them to get this same fervor about what ICE is doing here in America, we would be better off. But the problem is those people that did that are the ones running ICE, ladies and gentlemen. And so we need to start trying to pierce that bubble to get as many people to hear this stuff as they can, because Fox News is really not playing this kind of stuff because they make so much money off their people being dumb, being indoctrinated by them, being told what to do by them. They give them anecdotal evidence that's not completely based in fact, and those people run with it. And it's a trip when you get out here in the real world and you have to debate these people and you really realize how stupid they are. And so my hat goes off to Ro Khanna. Keep doing your thing. Don't take no more trips no time soon, my brother. Stay your butt in California and keep fighting for the people that are here. And we will keep fighting for the folks in Palestine because they're not asking for this. Trump was the complete, perfect idiot to help Benjamin Netanyahu when no other president would help him. And now you've got turmoil going on in the Middle East. Post your comments. Let me know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. And if I haven't said it already, thank you to everybody that's tuning in at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I am still trying to find that sweet spot of when to do my live stream. I'm thinking that on Mondays, I'm going to do it at 8 p.m., Thursdays, 8 p.m., and then Tuesday and Friday, probably 4 p.m., because I'm trying to get in between the heavy hitters, the other 7 people who are growing faster than me. I'm trying to get in between them. If you don't know what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. I'm the 8th fastest growing political channel. There are 7 people in front of me, and they be going live in the afternoon, and I ain't trying to compete with their asses, okay? Not yet. Next story I got for you, ladies and gentlemen, is this explosive diarrhea. I'm going to just call it a parasite Cyclops because it looks like it's spelled like Cyclops from the X-Men. Because when it gets inside your stomach, that's what it's doing. It's laser beaming the hell out of your guts, and they start coming out. And we've got an update about what's going on with it, where it's at, what foods you need to avoid. Take a look at this video, then we'll give a little talk.
An explosive diarrhea parasite is spreading across the United States. Here's everything you need to know. Cyclosporiasis is an infection caused by a microscopic parasite. The main symptom? Frequent, watery, and explosive diarrhea that can last over a month. The outbreak spans more than a dozen states, from New York to Texas. But the largest cluster is in Michigan, where nearly 1,000 people have been diagnosed in a 2-week period. People can become infected by consuming food or water that contains the parasite. And currently, we don't know the source of the outbreak. Previous outbreaks have been linked to foods like salad mixes, fresh cilantro, raspberries, and green onions. Experts recommend thoroughly washing greens, cooking produce when possible, and removing outer layers of lettuce and green onions. No deaths from the recent infections have been reported in the U.S.
Folks, that's scary as hell. I was just sick 2 weeks ago, throwing up. I wouldn't say that diarrhea was explosive, but I mean, hell, it wasn't tame either. And I had just filled up a plate full of cilantro, okay? Why do we keep getting this incompetence whenever Trump gets in office? I've never heard of Cyclops the parasite. I've only heard of Cyclops the X-Man. And now this done popped up. Prior to COVID, when he was in office, I'd never heard of that. But every time he gets in there and he's skimming money from the government every which way he can, he cuts programs and he puts people at risk. These people probably missed work, was in pain, didn't know what the hell to do, but yet the Republicans continuously tell you they are the party of jobs and the economy. They want people to work. No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. Now, it's important we understand the foods that you need to probably avoid for the next couple of weeks. So here's another video on what foods you need to pay attention to in the bathroom having listened to me. I don't want to be in the bathroom with y'all. I mean, I want to be with y'all, but just not in the bathroom when it's explosive in there, because how are you going to hear me over what's coming out your hind parts? Take a listen to this.
The parasite that I discussed in previous videos that is causing explosive diarrhea all across the United States. You need to start avoiding some of these foods so you don't become a victim of it as well. And that list includes many types of berries that include blueberries, blackberries, strawberries. And one thing you're going to need to do if you do plan on eating them is wash them thoroughly. Also, greens have made the list, and that includes that bag salad that people like to grab off of store shelves. Also, broccoli as well. Once again, if you do want to eat it, you need to clean it thoroughly. And green herbs are also on the list. Parsley, cilantro, and even basil. And if you haven't seen it for yourself, Taco Bell has pulled a lot of those ingredients because they use them in their food. And as you can see from this Mark Safe from Explosive Diarrhea starter pack, which makes a lot of sense right now, wash everything thoroughly. I'll step out of the way so you can look at it for yourself.
Folks, America don't need no excuses to be fat. We do that anyway. But when you have an issue where the healthy food you can eat to lose weight, you're being told not to eat it, what the hell do you expect? This is a Republican's wet dream right here. Folks can't eat healthy food, which means that the corporations that manufacture all those additives that you put in food instead of putting real ingredients in them, they somewhere having little geek gasms right now because folks are going to have to batten down the hatches and eat that kind of stuff. But we got to do better about our food. Europe is a model country when it comes to the safety and regards around food, packaging, labeling, and what goes into their products. America has not had the appetite to fix that issue because we've got this vicious cycle of we keep them fat, we push them into the hospitals, and eventually somebody's got to foot the bill, whether it's them or the government. And the government don't like footing the bill, obviously. So we've got to do something to take care of ourselves, people, because a lot of the times the government, especially with Trump, doesn't have our best interests. And so I want you all to take heed to this warning, because being sick on your stomach and having some dynamite coming out your butthole is not what you want to have on anybody's weekend, especially my fellas out there that's got weekends to be with their sweetie pie and get in them panty drawers. She ain't going to let you touch her. If you in the bathroom sounding like the military is marching on Vietnam, she ain't about to let you do nothing to her. So be careful out there, folks. Post your comments. Let me know what you think. Next story, folks, we got for you is about your boy Trump and how petty he is and how he just will not let it go that his ass lost to a man, Joe Biden. He looks like the punk he is. He beat 2 women, but he could not beat Joe Biden, and he continues to go after Georgia. And I think a lot of this is just a setup for him to try to intimidate people from this upcoming midterms, which is look like it's going to possibly be a blue wave. But folks, make no mistake, don't sit on your hands. Get inspired. If nothing gets you inspired, get inspired to see enough Democrats get in there that want to get justice. So this is what Trump is planning to do. This comes to us from our friends at iHip News. Take a listen.
President Trump is planning to announce that Georgia's 2 senators, Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock, are illegitimate because of fraud. A well-placed source in Georgia tells us announcement could come as soon as tonight. MS Now reports that the speech will focus on newly declassified intelligence reports that the White House asserts revealed plans by foreign nations to interfere in the 2020 election. Trump reportedly will be joined by top officials, including CIA Director John Ratcliffe, Acting DNI Bill Pulte, FBI Director Kash Patel, and Homeland Security Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen. So clearly he is going to have one of these show and tell in the Oval Office where he has people standing behind him to try to lend credibility to his pathological lies. And Jon Ossoff is taking this very seriously because he's responding to this report online. Pop this up. Donald Trump's spiral continues. The failed president, pocketing billions as he drives up prices, is afraid to lose the midterms. So he will reheat debunked election conspiracy theories and tell bizarre new lies to deny his 2020 defeat and attack voting rights. And I think that this is exactly what he's going to try to do. ICE at the polls, the SAVE Act, now he's going to whore out Lindsey Graham from the grave and say, this is what Lindsey wanted. Lindsey really wanted the SAVE Act.
Lord have mercy. We got to sit through the damn great value little rascals in Trump at his White House lying through his teeth about the GA elections. Folks, it comes down to this. The only reason Trump is allowed to continue to get away with this is because there are enough idiots and people who have ignorance that allow this to happen. And listen to this stuff he says without going and seeing what is the opposing voice, what is the truth. Because there is no opposing voice to truth. There is no such thing as an alternative fact. It's a made-up opinion. A fact is a fact that doesn't change. And GA never changed. There is no extra evidence. People who don't know anything about politics fall for this banana in the tailpipe all the time. And it's always the Fox News crew. It's amazing to me how people forgot that Fox News got sued by Dominion and had to pay damn near $1 billion because they lied. They lied on TV. And the Fox News viewership just either conveniently forgot it or got Stockholm Syndrome and still is over there spooning it up like they eating sweet frog on a Sunday. This is an issue we've got to tackle in America. Education, critical thinking. Because if not, if we continue to let the Republicans run amok, everybody's going to be dumb. Everybody's going to be stupid. Nobody's going to challenge things, or we won't have enough people to challenge things that we know are lies and be able to do something to fix it. And that's what Trump is trying to do with this election. So you guys post your comments and let me know what you think. We've got to protect ourselves from this. And speaking of more lies coming from Trump, one of my favorite content creators on YouTube, Texas Paul Schroeder, is going to talk to you guys a little bit about what he thinks Trump is going to say on Thursday when it comes to the economy. So go get you a good cup of coffee. Be sure to go check out Paul's link in his video. There's a link for him down there where he sells these coffee mugs that he's doing, and let me know what you think. Here we go.
Bond yields are surging. The Dow is taking a hit, and oil prices are surging again. Gas prices never really did go down much. So yeah, Trump's going to say something outrageous and awful here in just a minute. This is Old Texas Paul. Hope your coffee's as good as mine. Hell, I hope it's better. I really do. Yeah, this Thursday, Trump's going to give a speech, and he's going to talk about how, you know, he's going to try to scare everybody into thinking that he's going to interfere with elections, and he's going to that's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. He's going to threaten our very democracy. You know, he's too much of a coward to come out and do it directly, but he's going to come out and he's going to say things that are going to make the same people that, you know, I've always got to tamp them down on our side. It's over, the sky is falling, and we've got to go out, you know, riot in the streets and all that. And no. It's the same shit, different day. I mean, I don't know how many times Trump has to do this. Every time he gets into this corner where he's completely fucking failed. I mean, he came out and said, well, we were in Vietnam for 19 years when asked how long this shit in Iran is going to go on. Every time he gets in this situation, he just does something outrageous, and then the media jumps on. And folks, you need to figure out that the media is on his side. They have picked a side. They are on his side. I just read a report this morning. First thing this morning, I get up and I read news. I read a report, an article that tried to spin that 3.5% inflation is good. Yeah, folks. 2.2 to 2.4 is the target. 3.5 is well outside that. If this had been a Democratic administration, they would have been talking about how disappointing this is and how upsetting this is and how the American people are having to bear the brunt of this. But no, it's Trump, so 3.5 is good. Folks, focus. Midterms. Get out the vote. Motivate Democrat voters. People do not vote to say thank you. People vote to say fuck you. Point to everything that these Republicans are doing. Keep people pissed off and motivated about Republicans. This is a referendum on Trump and the Trump regime. That's it. That's it. Talk sweet about it.
Folks, he's right. And as someone who trades stocks and sees these financial matters daily, I'm always warning y'all about how the rich class loves to pit everybody below them against each other so they can pillory the system. And that's what they're doing. Some of y'all don't even know that some of the analytic standards that was in place prior to Trump, now that he's got control of everything, he's gotten rid of some of them. Some of the CPI numbers, he's manipulated them. Some of the housing numbers, he's manipulated them. Some numbers he don't even report no more, because the further away you get from what the real numbers are, the more they can have his people manipulate things in the rich people's favor, so that they continue to be the folks in the position that when they tank the economy, they can swoop in, act like they're the saviors, scoop up all the items that they want, increase their wealth some more, and keep us on this loophole that they continuously call capitalism, that is supposed to be so fucking good, but it's not, because the guardrails are broken. That's why Mamdani scares them, because Mamdani and the socialist, democratic socialist message that he pushes takes power from that form of government and the people that buy that form of government, and it puts power into the hands of the people. It puts quality of life into the hands of the people. It gives the people the choice of what services and quality they want in their communities, and not the corporations that all they want to do is protect their shareholders and take money out your damn pockets. So shout out to my boy Texas Paul. Please go give him a follow. Let me know what you guys think. Last but not least, folks, I normally try to end with laughter, but not today. Today we're going to end with sadness. And this sadness comes from the fact that back in the day, when there wasn't enough news and social media to cover all the people that was grooming folks during the R. Kelly era, he wasn't the only musician doing it, ladies and gentlemen. This comes to us from my big homie, Patrick. His link is in description. Go show him some love, and he makes good music too. Take a look at what he found, and we'll come back.
This is pretty sick, so I'm warning you now. Number one, in 1973, this 25-year-old rock star convinced the mother of 16-year-old Julia Holcomb to sign over legal custody of her to him. A horrific case of systemic grooming and statutory rape that is officially heading to trial this August 31st, 2026. This rock star is Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. Number two, in 1986, this 24-year-old rock star targeted 16-year-old high school dropout Ione Skye, moving her directly into his house to inject the child into his heavy, drug-fueled world, only to drop her off alone at the curb of an abortion clinic when he got her pregnant. This rock star is Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But wait, it gets worse. I'm not finished. In 1994, this 27-year-old R&B star used a $500 bribe to buy a forged government ID for then 15-year-old singer Aaliyah, falsifying her age to 18 so he could illegally marry a child in a secret hotel room to cover up him getting her pregnant and trying to avoid statutory rape charges. This R&B star is R. Kelly. And if it couldn't get worse, here's the last one. This 29-year-old guitarist targeted 17-year-old Pele Massa, manipulating her parents into also signing over their parental rights so he could become her legal, court-appointed father, while simultaneously using her as his sexual partner on his tour bus. This rock star is the Motor City Madman, Ted Nugent. So you tell me, can you still listen to their music?
Oh boy. When it comes to stuff like that, I know some of us have the ability to separate art from the artist, but it gets hairy for me, because when I think about what was going through the artist's mind when they created the art, I also know they probably was thinking about the individuals that they know they was doing wrong to. So I usually can't listen to that kind of stuff, man. And it doesn't surprise me with the people that he said on this list. Pretty much all of them is MAGA, pretty much. And when you have folks who think it's okay for that kind of behavior, look at where the Epstein files are now. They're buried. Because that is one thing that can take down this whole cabal of rich white men. And they don't want to have nothing to do with it. But Democrats, it is on you to keep their feet to the fire and take their asses down. I don't care how many Democrats is involved. I know there's more Republicans involved. I don't care who's involved. Take them all down. We need that justice. The American people needs that injection of hope in our judicial system and legal system. And we're tired of what we've been seeing the last couple of years with Trump. So that's going to do it for me, everybody. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Again, thank you for this right here, making me the 8th fastest growing YouTube channel. Anyone you know who's trying to grow that has a great progressive voice, send them my way so I can try to uplift their voice as well. Follow me on Instagram You can also go to shoplifegains.com. I've got a newsletter coming up, and I'm going to just try to keep putting the news out there and see if we can all continue to grow the progressive message together and get this country back to a place where we're proud, we feel safe, and we feel like we can reach whatever your dream is, not just the quote unquote American dream. And until that next Sexy as Hell video, I'm out.
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.